Comprehensive Care Guide for Wood Apple Tree, Aegle Marmelos. Introduction. Wood apple, also known as Aegle Marmelos, is a hardy tropical fruit tree that thrives in hot, dry climates. It is valued for its medicinal properties, delicious fruit, and resilience. However, caring for a wood apple tree requires attention to specific environmental and growth needs to ensure it thrives and produces high-quality fruit. 1. Selecting the right location. Climate. Ideal temperature. Wood apple trees thrive in tropical to subtropical climates with temperatures ranging from 25 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. They are drought-resistant once established, but prefer warm, sunny environments. Frost sensitivity. These trees are not frost-hardy and should not be planted in regions where temperatures fall below 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunlight. Full sun exposure. Plant the wood apple tree in an area that receives full sunlight for at least 6 to 8 hours a day. These trees require ample sunlight for healthy growth and fruit production. Shade tolerance. Wood apple trees can tolerate partial shade but will not produce as much fruit if they don't receive enough sunlight. 2. Soil requirements. Soil type, well-drained. Soil. Wood apple trees prefer well-drained, sandy, or loamy soil. They are tolerant of slightly alkaline soil but will not thrive in heavy, waterlogged soils. Soil pH. The ideal pH range for the soil should be 6.0 to 8.0. Slightly acidic to neutral soil works best. Soil preparation. Before planting, ensure the soil is loose and well-draining. If you have clay soil, consider mixing in organic compost to improve aeration and drainage. Planting. Tip. If planting in a pot or container, choose one with drainage holes and use a good quality potting mix combined with sand or perlite to improve drainage. 3. Planting your wood apple tree timing. Best time to plant. The ideal time to plant wood apple trees is during the early monsoon season or just before the start of the rainy season. This allows the tree to establish its roots before the dry season hits. Planting steps. Dig a hole. Make a hole that is twice as wide and as deep as the root ball of the sapling or seedling. Soil preparation. Add some organic compost to the soil to improve fertility and texture. Place the tree. Gently place the sapling in the hole, ensuring that the root collar, the point where the roots meet the stem, is level with or slightly above the soil surface. Backfill the hole. Fill the hole with soil and water it thoroughly to settle the roots. Mulch. Add a layer of mulch around the base of the tree to retain moisture and protect the roots from temperature fluctuations. 4. Watering. Watering needs, initial stage. During the first few months after planting, water the tree regularly to keep the soil moist, especially during dry spells. Establish trees. Once the tree is established, it is drought tolerant and can survive without frequent watering. However, water the tree during extended dry periods to maintain healthy growth. Watering frequency. Young trees. Water every 2 to 3 days in hot weather and once a week in cooler weather. Mature trees. Water deeply every 10 to 14 days depending on the climate, especially during dry seasons. Tip. Avoid overwatering, as this can lead to root rot. Ensure that the soil is allowed to dry out between watering sessions. 5. Fertilizing nutrient needs. Wood apple trees require balanced nutrition to promote healthy growth and fruit production. Fertilizer type. Use a balanced, slow-release fertilizer, NPK 10-10-10, during the early spring or planting season. Organic fertilizers like compost or well-rotted manure are also beneficial. Fertilizer schedule. Fertilize your tree twice a year, once in early spring and once in late summer. Avoid excessive nitrogen, as it can result in lush foliage at the expense of fruit production. Tip. If the tree is not producing fruit, consider applying potassium and phosphorus-rich fertilizers to encourage flowering and fruiting. 6. Pruning and maintenance. Pruning. When to prune? prune the tree in the late winter or early spring before new growth begins. This helps to shape the tree and remove any dead or diseased branches. Pruning method. Focus on removing dead, damaged, or crossing branches to allow air circulation. A healthy, open canopy ensures better sunlight penetration, which promotes better fruiting. Tree shape. Wood apple trees naturally have a bushy, spreading growth habit, but regular pruning can help maintain a manageable size and shape, especially if you're growing it in a smaller space or container. 7. Pests and diseases. Common pests. Aphids can damage young growth. Use neem oil or an insecticidal soap to control aphid infestations. Caterpillars. These pests can attack the leaves and buds. Handpick them or use organic insecticides. Termites. Wood apple trees are sometimes susceptible to termites, which can damage the bark. Use appropriate treatment to prevent infestation. Common diseases. Leaf spot. This fungal disease appears as brown or black spots on leaves. To prevent it, avoid overhead watering and ensure good air circulation around the tree. Root rot, often caused by overwatering and poorly drained soil. Ensure your tree is planted in well-draining soil and avoid waterlogging the roots. 8. Harvesting wood apples. When to harvest? Wood apples typically take about 6 to 12 months to mature after flowering. Harvest the fruit when the skin turns brown or yellowish and the fruit has a strong, pleasant aroma. How to harvest: gently twist or cut the fruit from the tree using pruning shears. Be careful not to damage the branches. Note: wood apples are hard and must be ripened after harvesting, which can take several days at room temperature. 9. Propagation methods. From seeds. Seed. Preparation. Collect seeds from ripe wood apples and clean them. Plant the seeds in a well-draining potting mix, about 1 inch deep. Germination time. Seeds can take up to 2 to 4 weeks to germinate. Once the saplings have grown strong enough, transplant them into larger pots or directly into the ground. From cuttings. You can propagate wood apple trees from semi-hardwood cuttings in the summer. Use rooting hormone and plant the cuttings in a well-drained, moist mix. 10. Troubleshooting common issues. Tree. Not fruit-bearing. Ensure the tree is getting enough sunlight and water. Check for nutrient deficiencies. A lack of phosphorus or potassium may hinder fruit production. Yellowing leaves. Yellow leaves may indicate a lack of nitrogen or overwatering. Ensure proper drainage and fertilization. Caring for a wood apple tree is relatively straightforward once you understand its basic needs. By providing the right growing conditions, regular maintenance, and proper care, you can enjoy the beauty and benefits of this resilient, fruitful tree. With patience, your wood apple tree will reward you with delicious fruit and become a great addition to your garden or orchard.